You wake up tired, even after sleeping all night. Your eyes open, but your mind already feels heavy. Before your feet touch the floor, life is already waiting for you. Rent is waiting. Bills are waiting. Emails are waiting. Work is waiting. Family expectations are waiting. Your phone is waiting. And even though you feel completely drained, you still blame yourself. You say, "Why am I so lazy?" But what if laziness is not the real problem? What if you are not lazy? What if you are mentally exhausted from trying to survive in a world that never stops demanding something from you? Use updates. The first battle of your day begins before you even stand up. You touch your phone. One message reminds you of something you forgot. One email reminds you that work has already started. One bank notification reminds you that money is tight. One social media post reminds you that somebody else seems to be doing better. Someone just bought a house. Someone just got engaged. Someone just got promoted. Someone just started a business. Someone is traveling. Someone is smiling on a beach. Someone is living the life you secretly wish you had. And there you are, still in bed, wondering why you cannot even start your day. But the truth is this: you are not starting your morning with peace. You are starting it with comparison. You stand in front of the mirror and try to look normal. You wash your face. You brush your teeth. You fix your hair. You put on clothes that make you look like you have everything together. But inside, something feels missing. You are not crying. You are not screaming. You are not falling apart in a dramatic way. You are just numb. And that is the kind of pain people do not always notice. Some people break loudly, but some people break quietly. They still go to work. They still answer messages. They still laugh when they need to. They still say, "I'm fine," even when they are not. Outside, the world is already moving. Cars are rushing down highways. People are standing in coffee lines. Office lights are turning on. Students are walking across campus. Nurses are finishing night shifts. Parents are dropping kids at school. Workers are heading into buildings they do not even want to enter. America moves fast, too fast sometimes. There is always another bill, another deadline, another shift, another goal, another problem, another reason to keep pushing. And because everyone around you looks busy, you assume they are okay. But many people are not okay. They are just functioning. At work, you wear the mask. You answer emails. You attend meetings. You nod when people talk. You pretend to understand things your brain is too tired to process. You stare at the screen. 1 minute passes. 5 minutes pass. 10 minutes pass. You read the same sentence again and again. Your body is there, but your mind is somewhere else. And then guilt enters. You tell yourself, "I should be working harder. I should be more focused. I should be more disciplined. I should not be this tired." But maybe your problem is not discipline. Maybe your brain has been under pressure for too long. People love to call procrastination laziness. But sometimes procrastination is not laziness. Sometimes it is fear. Sometimes it is confusion. Sometimes it is emotional overload. Sometimes it is your brain trying to avoid one more thing it does not have the strength to carry. You know the task is important. You need to do it. But every time you look at it, your chest feels heavy. So you delay it. Then you feel guilty. Then guilt makes you more tired. Then tiredness makes you delay again. And slowly you get trapped in a cycle. Avoidance. Guilt. Pressure. More avoidance. People see what you have not done. They do not see what you are carrying. They see the unread messages. They do not see the anxiety behind them. They see the messy room. They do not see the mental storm that made cleaning feel impossible. They see the missed deadline. They do not see the nights you spent worrying about money. They see your silence. They do not see the emotional exhaustion behind it. Maybe you are carrying financial stress. Maybe you are carrying family pressure. Maybe you are carrying loneliness. Maybe you are carrying disappointment. Maybe you are carrying the fear that life is passing you by, and you carry all of it while still trying to look normal. One of the hardest things about modern life is the pressure to always look successful. You cannot just live anymore. You must be productive. You must be attractive. You must be financially stable. You must be emotionally strong. You must be growing. You must be healing. You must be building. You must be posting. You must be achieving. And if you are not, you feel behind. But nobody shows the full story online. They show the new apartment, not the debt. They show the vacation, not the breakdown. They show the smile, not the lonely night. They show the win, not the years of confusion. So you compare your private struggle to someone else's public highlight, and that comparison slowly steals your peace. By evening, you are drained, not just physically tired, emotionally empty. You come home and tell yourself you will do something productive. You will clean. You will cook. You will exercise. You will study. You will work on your dream. But instead you sit down. Then 1 hour passes, then 2 hours. You scroll, you watch videos. You eat something quick. You avoid thinking. And then before you know it, the night is gone. Now you are angry with yourself again. But maybe you were not wasting time. Maybe you were trying to escape the weight of the day. Then there is that moment. The moment many people understand, but rarely talk about. You park the car, but you do not get out. You just sit there. No music, no phone call, no movement, just silence. Because the car feels like the only place where nobody needs anything from you. For a few minutes, you are not an employee. You are not a parent. You are not a friend. You are not a partner. You are not the strong one. You are just a tired human being sitting in silence. And maybe, for the first time, you admit it. I am tired. Being tired does not mean you are weak. It means something has been taken from you. Your attention, your energy, your peace, your confidence, your sleep, your hope. You may have been strong for so long that you forgot strength also needs rest. You may have been the one everybody depends on, the one who listens, the one who helps, the one who keeps going, the one who says, I'm okay, even when they are not. But even strong people get exhausted. Even responsible people get overwhelmed. Even disciplined people need recovery. You are not a machine. You are human. And humans cannot keep running without rest, love, support, and peace. One of the most painful thoughts is, I should be further by now. You thought life would look different at this age. Maybe you thought you would have more money. Maybe you thought you would have a better job. Maybe you thought you would be married. Maybe you thought you would own a home. Maybe you thought you would have built the business. Maybe you thought you would be happier. But life does not always follow the timeline we imagined. Some people bloom early. Some people rebuild late. Some people lose years to survival. Some people spend seasons healing from things nobody knows about. So before you call yourself a failure, ask yourself, what did I survive that changed my pace? What have I been carrying that slowed me down? What battles did I fight that nobody saw? You may not be behind. You may simply be recovering. Mental exhaustion does not always announce itself clearly. Sometimes it shows up as irritation. You get angry over small things. Sometimes it shows up as forgetfulness. You walk into a room and forget why you came. Sometimes it shows up as numbness. You do not feel sad, but you do not feel happy either. Sometimes it shows up as sleep problems. You are tired all day, but awake at night. Sometimes it shows up as isolation. You want connection, but you do not have the energy to talk. And because you cannot explain it properly, you just say, I don't know what's wrong with me. But maybe nothing is wrong with you. Maybe your mind and body are asking for care. You cannot insult yourself into becoming better. You cannot hate yourself into healing. You cannot shame yourself into peace. Every time you say, I am lazy, you make the weight heavier. Every time you say, I am useless, you make the mountain taller. Every time you say, I will never change, you teach your mind to stop trying. You need correction, yes. You need discipline, yes. You need structure, yes. But you also need compassion. Not excuses, compassion. There is a difference. Excuses keep you stuck. Compassion helps you stand up without destroying yourself. The reset does not begin with a perfect morning routine. It begins with one small decision. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, do not rush straight into the noise. Do not give the world your attention before you give yourself your presence. Sit up, breathe, drink water. Let your mind arrive before the world enters. You do not need to become a different person in one day. You only need to stop starting your day in panic. The first few minutes of your morning matter, because if you begin the day already comparing, already worrying, already reacting, your mind never gets a chance to stand steady. Start quietly. Start slowly. Start like someone who deserves peace. When you are mentally exhausted, do not write a list of 20 things. That will only make you feel worse. Write 3. Just 3. One task for your body. One task for your responsibility. One task for your future. For your body, maybe you shower, stretch, drink water, or take a walk. For your responsibility, maybe you pay one bill, answer one email, clean one area, or finish one work task. For your future, maybe you read one page, apply for one opportunity, write one paragraph, or practice one skill. 3 tasks, not because life is small, but because your energy is limited, and you need to rebuild trust with yourself. Every completed task tells your mind, I can still move. Some of your exhaustion is not from what you do. It is from what you keep allowing. You answer too quickly. You explain too much. You say yes when your body is begging you to say no. You carry other people's emotions like they are your responsibility. And then you wonder why you are tired. Boundaries are not arrogance. Boundaries are protection. You are allowed to reply later. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to say, I cannot do that today. You are allowed to stop giving unlimited access to people who drain you. Peace requires protection. If everything can reach you at any time, nothing inside you gets to recover. Rest feels uncomfortable when you are used to survival mode. You sit down, but your mind says, you should be doing something. You are wasting time. You are falling behind. You have no right to rest. But rest is not laziness. Rest is maintenance. Your phone needs charging. Your car needs fuel. Your body needs sleep. Your mind needs quiet. You cannot keep giving energy you never restore. You do not need to earn rest by breaking down first. You are allowed to rest before you collapse. You are allowed to pause before life forces you to stop. Starting again does not always look powerful. Sometimes it looks ordinary. It looks like making your bed after weeks of chaos. It looks like opening the curtains. It looks like washing the dishes. It looks like deleting the app that keeps stealing your peace. It looks like taking a walk instead of scrolling for another hour. It looks like sending the message you were avoiding. It looks like forgiving yourself for the time you lost. Nobody may clap. Nobody may notice, but you will know. You will know that something inside you is changing. Slowly, you are becoming someone you can trust again. Maybe you are watching this from your bed. Maybe you are sitting in your car after work. Maybe you are eating alone in your apartment. Maybe you are smiling around people, but inside you feel empty. Please hear this. You are not lazy because you are tired. You are not a failure because you need rest. You are not weak because life feels heavy. You are not behind because your journey looks different from someone else's. You are human, and being human means You will have seasons where you slow down, seasons where you lose focus, seasons where you feel confused, seasons where you have to rebuild from a place nobody understands. But a slow season is not the end of your story.